So let me ask you this, because I think I probably know the answer to this, but do you find that, especially in today's, with all the Chinese pedals that come out, that basically there's just a ton of pedals that do the same thing? Like it just,
yeah, 100%.
I mean, because I feel like I posted a picture on Facebook, I don't know, maybe 3 weeks ago, and it was just a table full of pedals that I've played to do demos on, and I might have used them live a few times. And I was like, okay, I don't need half a dozen overdrive pedals, you know. So I just started selling them, and just kind of getting rid of stuff and trying to consolidate everything. Because what I've noticed is, like, I mean, there's, I don't know, there's only so much you can do with a pedal. And then there's also, it's like, I find that, you know, this overdrive pedal, I can, even if like everything's at 12 o'clock and they sound different, I can adjust them to make them sound very, very similar to each other. So
that's exactly right. And I did a video on dialing in an off clean tone with two totally different pedals.
Yeah.
And basically, you know, I could pick 8 pedals and kind of approximate the same thing. And then a lot of people say, oh no, you know, this pedal's completely different to that pedal. But when you hear it in the context of a band at full volume, or, you know, at 50% volume, is there a huge difference? A friend of mine, Brian, and I were talking about doing a video where we take 8 pedals, or 6, or however many, and play it to a 2-minute backing track and just swap between them.
Cool.
And see if there's actually much of a difference in context to music. Because I always say, like, some pedals shine on their own but suck in a band mix, and some pedals are great in a band mix but suck on their own. But there's that middle ground of grey area of like 90% where you're not going to hear a difference, really. And this is the way I look at it. I almost think there's probably, say, 30 unique pedals.
Okay.
And then everything else is either a clone or a mod of those particular pedals. That's just a rough figure.
Yeah,
I mean,
that makes sense.
Look, there's plenty of new pedals that are coming out, like digital ones and all that kind of stuff. But in terms of analog overdrive distortion, you got your classic rock type of stuff. You got your metal. You got all these, you know, the tube screamers. Then there's all those. There's thousands of modified tube screamers out there where one pot has changed the value from 100K to 250K, and all of a sudden you got twice the amount of drive or whatever. So there's so many pedals out there that are basically modded by just one part, but essentially it all comes down to how they look. In the end, that's the shallow thing. A girlfriend of mine, not my girlfriend, but a friend of mine, she said, so it's sort of like cosmetics for men. I said, you know what, maybe it is.
Yeah, maybe.
Like, you know, or handbags or something, you know, like flavor of the month. Yeah.
Yeah,
well, I don't know if that answered your question, by the way, but
yeah.